Today we will discuss about first of all we will see what is fundamental law of trigonometry. And second we will see what is distance formula. And third we will see what is distance formula and its example. At fourth uh, we will see some of the important parts about exercise 10.1. So after this we will discuss about exercise 10.1. So we will discuss these things one by one. So first of all, if we discuss about fundamental law of trigonometry, fundamental law of trigonometry. So fundamental law of trigonometry, if I write cos of angle alpha minus beta, this will be equal to cos alpha cos beta plus sine of alpha and sine of beta. This is called fundamental law of trigonometry. So after this we will discuss what is distance formula. Second we will see what is distance formula. So simply to discuss about distance formula, if we are given with points as points are given as x1, y1, and second point is x2 and y2. So to find distance between these points, we will write it as x2 minus x1. You can also write it as x1 minus x2 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is called distance formula. If we want to find distance between 2 points, if I take as example, so if I write one point is 1 minus 1, similarly second point is if I take second point as 2 and 4, so this will be x1, this will be value of y1, this will be the value of y x2, this will be value of y2. So after applying this formula, we can find the value of distance formula. So after distance formula, we will discuss about some important formulas related to this exercise. So these are formulas we can write. All the formulas as first one is given as formula for to find if I write first one formula is sine alpha minus beta. So you can write it also as sine alpha plus beta. So if I write sine alpha plus beta, this will be equal to uh, sine of alpha cos of beta plus cos of alpha and sine of cos of alpha and sine of beta. This is sine alpha plus beta formula. Similarly, if I write the formula of sine of alpha minus beta, so this will be equal to sine of alpha minus beta will be equal to sine. We will write same expression, but there will be minus, so there will be sine of alpha cos of beta, similarly sine of alpha cos of beta, and minus cos of alpha and sine of beta. This is a formula related to sine. So similarly, we will write formula related to cos of theta. So this is sine alpha plus beta is equal to sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sine beta. Similarly, sine alpha minus beta is equal to sine alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sine beta. So after this, if we write formula related to cos alpha plus beta. So cos alpha plus beta will be equal to cos of alpha cos of beta and minus sine of alpha and sine of beta. Similarly, you can write fundamental law of trigonometry we had discussed earlier, as it was cos of alpha minus beta. So cos of alpha minus beta will be equal to cos of alpha minus beta will be equal to cos of alpha cos of beta. There will be plus sine of alpha and sine of beta. This is also called fundamental of trigonometry. So this is formula cos of alpha plus beta, and similarly of cos of alpha minus beta. So this will be equal to cos alpha cos beta minus sin alpha sin beta, and similarly cos alpha minus beta is equal to cos alpha cos beta plus sin alpha sin beta. So this is second type of formulas. If we write the formulas in the form of tan of theta, so third type of formulas is will be equal to tan of alpha plus beta. So tan of alpha plus beta will be equal to tan of, you can write tan of alpha plus tan of beta over 1 minus tan alpha and tan of beta. Similarly, if it is given in if we write the formula for tan of alpha minus beta, so this will be equal to tan of alpha minus tan of beta divided by 1 plus tan alpha tan beta. So this is formula in tan of theta. So after this we will see simple formula and apply on our exercise 10.1. So these were some important formulas related to exercise 10.1, and you should learn another thing. If I want to find the value of sine of pi over 2 plus 30. One thing we should note is that if there is written even number, or if this is even multiple of 90, mean you can say it pi over 2 is equal to 90 in degree measure of angle. So if there is even multiple of pi over 2, then this angle will remain same. You can write sine of you can write state sine. You can write trigonometric function will remain same. If there is given even multiple of pi, you can write it as this will be equal to sine, because this is if I write it as 2, because this is even multiple of pi over 2, so this will be equal to sine of 30. So we know that sine of 30 is equal to 1 over 2. This is value of this function. Second thing is that if this is odd multiple, you can write it as odd multiple of pi over 2. Then trigonometric function will convert into its co-ratio, or you can say it as co-function. Okay, if we take an example related to this, so if I take sine of 3 pi over 2 plus 30, so this is pi over 2, and uh, this is odd multiple of pi over 2. So this will be equal to cos of, because this is odd multiple, so sine will convert into its co-ratio. So co-ratio of sine is cos. This will be equal to cos of 30. And because this is in our fourth quadrant, so this will be equal to minus 3 pi over 2 multiplied by 3 will be equal to 3 pi over 2 is equal to 270. 270 plus 30 will be equal to 300, and 300 is in fourth quadrant. So in fourth quadrant, sine theta is negative. So this will be equal to minus cos of 30, and this will be equal to minus square root 3 over 2, because cos 30 is equal to square root 3 over 2. So this is final answer of this question. And one thing which we will discuss is co-ratios. So sine has co-ratio as cos, and co-ratio of cos is sine. Similarly, co-ratio of tan is cot, and co-ratio of cot is tan. Similarly, if we write secant has co-ratio as cosecant, and co-ratio of cosecant is secant. So these are some important expressions. Now we will discuss about exercise 10.1. So this is our exercise number 10.1. So first one question is without using calculator, find the value of sine of 780. So simply write these quadrantal angle 0. This will be equal to 90. This will be equal to 180. This will be equal to 270. This will be equal to 360. This will be equal to 450. This will be equal to 540. This will be equal to 6. This will be equal to 630. This will be equal to 720. This will be equal to 810. So this is 780. So where will be the 780? This is 720. So you can write 720 plus minus will be in sign. If there is minus negative sign, so negative sign will become at first. So this will become sine 780. You can write it as 720 plus 720 plus 60. So you can write 720 as 2 multiply 360, 360. So by coterminal angle, this will be equal to sine of 60. Also, after putting the value, this will be equal to minus square root 3 over 2. You can write also in multiple of 90. If I write it, divide 720 by 720 by 90. If I divide 720 by 90, this will be equal to 8. You can write it as minus sine 8 multiply 90 plus 60 degree. So because this is even multiple of 90, so this will be sine will be remain same. So this will be equal to minus sine 60. So we know that sine 60 is equal to square root 3 by 2. This is our final answer. You can write it by to terminal angle, or you can write it by using 90 angle. So similarly, other question will be same as question number one has one part. So similarly, you can write 2040 and 960 if the in secant minus negative expression because of given function will be vanished. So this will be equal to secant 2 multiplied 360 to 40. So this will become secant 240. You can write it as in the form of angle 90 simply. Similarly, 1110 you can write it also in multiple of 90 because as this is minus 300, you can take it as 0, 90, 18270, and this is 360. So you can this is 270. So you can write it as minus sine of 270 plus 30. So after simplification, this will become minus sine, because 270 is odd multiple of 90. You can write it 3 multiplied 90 plus this will be equal to 30. So this will be equal to minus, and sine will be converted into cos, and this will become cos 30. Because 2 sine of 300 is in quadrant number 4. In quadrant 4, sine is negative. So this will become minus of cos 30. So minus minus will be cancelled out, and this will become 1 by 0.3 by, because cos 30 is equal to 0.3 by 2, so this will become 0.3 by. So similarly, question number 2. Express each of the following as a trigonometric function of the angle positive degree measure of less than 5. It means that our second angle will be less than 45. So you can write as 196. This is 0, this is 90, this is 180, and this is 270. So you can write 196 as 270 minus some angle. If I write 270 minus, there are two types to write it as. You can write it as a sine of 270 minus 74 will be equal to sine of 196. But here is condition that our second angle will be less than 45. So this is not less than 45, so you cannot use this method. Our second method is write 180 plus 16. So simplifying, applying first formula, which was sine alpha plus beta, sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sine beta. After putting the value of sine 180 is equal to 0 and cos of 180 is equal to minus 1. So this will be some minus sine of 16, our final answer of this question. Similarly, 147 you can write as cos of 180 minus 33. We know that about cos alpha minus beta. After applying formula of cos alpha minus beta, this will be equal to cos alpha cos sine cos beta minus sine alpha sine beta. Or you can write second method, which was cos of, this is even multiple of 92 multiply 90 minus 33. So because this is even multiple, this will become cos 33, and 147 is in quadrant number 1, 2, second quadrant. In second quadrant, cos is negative, so this will become minus cos of 33. Similarly, other question will be, then if there is sine of minus 625, you can write it as minus sine of 625, and this is wrong expression. You simply you can simplify it as 625 625. This is 630. So you can write about this is in fourth quadrant. 630 minus 5. This is 9. So 630. If I divide 630 by 90, 630 is which multiple is odd multiple. So this will become uh, 7 multiplied 90 minus 5. There will be sine. This is in fourth quadrant. So in fourth quadrant, sine will be negative. So this will become minus. Uh, Sine will convert into cos. So this will become cos of 5. And because there was also minus, so minus minus will be positive. So our final answer will be cos of 5. Similarly, other question can be seen. Question number 3 is proof that sine 180 plus alpha sine 90 minus alpha is equal to minus sine alpha cos alpha. Simply, we will apply formula of sine 180 plus alpha and formula of sine 90 minus alpha. So, after applying formula, simply this will become minus sine alpha and cos of alpha. Second method can also be applied as sine 180 because this is even multiple of 90, so this will become sine of alpha, and this is sine 90 because this is odd multiple of 90, so this sine will become in cos because this is in a third quadrant. So in third quadrant sine is negative, so this become negative sine alpha cos alpha. Similarly, if we break 720, you can write 780 as uh, 720 plus 60, and because this is 720 is this is another procedure to solve question number 3, as this is written as sine of 180 plus alpha sine 90 minus alpha is equal to minus sine alpha cos uh, alpha. So after taking left hand side, if this is equal to sine 180 plus alpha and sine of 90 minus alpha. So after applying formula sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sine beta, similarly we know that will apply formula of sine 90 minus alpha will be equal to sine 90 cos alpha minus cos alpha 9 alpha beta. So sine 90 is equal to 0, cos 90 180 is equal to minus 1. Similarly, sine 90 is equal to 1 and cos of 90 is equal to 0. So after simplification, this will be equal to minus sine alpha cos beta. Similarly, because this is sine 780, you can write this sine 720 plus 60. So you can also write this 2 plus in coterminal angle. So we had discussed terminal angle in our previous chapter 9. So sine 2 plus 2 multiplied 360 plus 60 will be equal to sine of 60 will be equal to square of 3 by 2. Similarly, we will break sine for 80 will be equal to square of 3 by 2. Cos 120 we know that is equal to minus 1 by 2 and sine 30 is equal to 1 by 2. After putting these values, our final answer will be equal to 102, which is our right hand side. Similarly, third part of question number 3 will be cos of 3606. After breaking this will be equal to sine of 36. Similarly, cos of 234 will be equal to minus sine of 30, and cos 162 will be equal to minus cos of 18 and cos of 18. After adding these expression, our final answer will be equal to 0. So this is our final answer. Similarly, if we want to do question number third, fourth part, cos 330 is equal to square root 3 by 2, and similarly, if we break sine of 600 will be equal to minus square root 3 by 2, cos 120 will be equal to minus 1 by 2, and cos sine of 150 is equal to 1 by 2. Putting the final answer will be equal to 1. So this is right hand side of our given question. Similarly, we can solve question number 4. This is 180 plus theta. This is 270 plus theta, and this is 270 minus theta. This is 180 minus theta. This is you can write it as 1 over sine 360 minus theta. So after simplification, our answer will be equal to 1. This is simple question. This is first part. After simplification, this will have answer cos of theta, and after simplification you can also apply the formulas here to calculate the value, which is equal to minus 1. So there is a solution for first part. Sine of pi plus theta will be equal to, after applying formula, will be equal to minus sine of theta, and tan of 3 pi over 2 plus theta will be, this is odd multiple, so tan will convert into cot, and this will become cot of theta because this is in fourth quadrant, so this will be minus, because in fourth quadrant tan is minus. This is cot, cot will be converted into tan. Similarly, this is cos, after applying formula this will become minus cos of theta, and cosecant will become minus cosecant of theta. So after putting the values, our final answer will be equal to cos of theta. Similarly, in second part and our last question of exercise 10.1 is, we know that about alpha plus, if I take this question on whiteboard, if I write sine alpha plus beta, we have to show that this is equal to sine of gamma. Sine of gamma. If condition is given that if alpha, beta, and gamma are angle of a triangle, if alpha, beta, and gamma are angles of a triangle, then we have to show that sine alpha plus beta. If I make triangle, there are three angles of this triangle as alpha, beta, and gamma. We know that in a triangle, alpha plus beta plus gamma will be equal to 180. So in left hand side, we have to find alpha plus beta. So value of alpha plus beta will be equal to alpha plus beta will be equal to 180 minus gamma. So apply formula of sine on both sides, sine of alpha plus beta, and similarly sine of 180 minus gamma. So after opening this formula, this will become sine of gamma. So this is our final answer, which is equal to right hand side of our question. You can open it as sine 180. This will be equal to sine of 180. You can simply apply this formula for So this is solution of first part we had done earlier. Because alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to 180, because sum of angles of interior angle of triangle is 180. So this will become alpha plus beta will be equal to 180 minus gamma. So after applying formula, this will be proved. Similarly, here alpha plus beta over 2, you will write alpha plus beta is equal to 180 minus gamma. So divide by 2 here and divide by 2 here also. This will become 90 minus gamma over 2. So we will simply write cos on both sides and open the formula. Then our final answer will be cos alpha plus beta over 2. So you can calculate our final answer will be equal to sine of alpha over 2. Sorry, sine of alpha over 2. This will become sine gamma over 2. So similarly, third question and question number 4, you will write the value of tan of alpha plus beta, which is equal to minus tan gamma. Similarly, minus tan gamma plus tan gamma will be equal to 0. So this was our exercise 10.1. Next time we will do exercise 10.2.